Seth, today I want to tell you about a somewhat minor rules violation that cascades into such a cluster that it results in one player scoring for two basketball teams in the same game.
On purpose?
No, not on purpose.
By accident?
Yeah, kind of by accident.
Did he get traded in the middle of the game? That's not
Technically, yes,
how that
he did.
works.
But the game didn't happen on the same day. That's the clue.
Yes. Okay.
So let's go into it. It's November 8th, 1978. The New Jersey Nets are playing the 76ers. Bernard King is already sitting on one technical foul, and he gets his second tech. So he is ejected from the game. On the way out, he kicks a chair in the tunnel, and the referee gives him a third technical.
Okay, which you can't do.
Which you cannot do. But it stands for whatever reason, and he goes into the tunnel, and they do the free throw shot or whatever.
Yeah.
And the coach, Kevin Loggery, of course gets upset and starts chewing out the official, saying, you can't give my guy a third technical. And he is already sitting on one technical himself. So Kevin Loggery gets an additional two techs from this referee who's just handing out rogue third technicals. He's like the Oprah of technical fouls.
Except people who already get cars get additional cars.
Right. You have a third car, and you have a
I don't
third
have
car.
room in my garage for all these.
I don't need another car.
Like he's got a t-shirt cannon for the tech, just like black,
Yeah.
black,
Yeah.
black. Fan, you get a technical.
Here's a
scorekeeper, you get a technical. Other ref, black, you get one too. Like you can't do this, man.
Yeah. One is for T-shirts, and then the other one is just for tees.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
A tea cannon.
A tea cannon. He also gets ejected.
Okay.
The game continues. The Nets lose in a 4-point deficit in double overtime. So it's really close, and
Those technicals mattered.
they matter
quite a bit.
right?
Okay. I see where this is going.
Yes. So the Nets protest the game, which requires a $1,500 deposit. I found out researching this.
Yeah. Sure.
Like,
Do you get it back if you?
I don't know. All I know is you have to come up with $1,500 to go to the commissioner and say you want to protest the game.
Which is such a piddling amount of money that does
It's
nothing
not-
for anyone.
I don't know where the $1,500 goes. It's not like you're paying people to come. It costs far more than that to run a professional
There's
basketball
one
game.
employee in the NBA office that's the entire way that they make money.
So the Nets successfully protest. The commissioner at the time, Larry O'Brien, says, yes, we will fix this. We will replay the game at another date, starting at the time when the first third technical happens. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We're going to start in the middle of the third quarter, and we're going to replay the rest of the game from there. So Bernard King is still out of the game
Right.
because he got the second technical. Kevin Loggery's additional technicals are eliminated, so he gets to come back and
Right.
coach
Because he
that
was
game.
responding to
Precisely.
an injustice that he was responding within a reality that technically does not and should not exist.
Right. That's exactly what's happening here. The NBA is nullifying the reality of this game because of this official's errant proclivity for extra technical fouls. But this replay of the game does not happen until March.
Okay.
And the original game happens in November. In the intervening months, the two teams, the Nets and the 76ers, conduct a 2-for-2 trade of players on their teams.
Of course.
One of which is Eric Money, who is a guard with a phenomenal last name for the Nets. He gets traded to the 76ers and is activated somewhere in the 135 days between these two games.
Right.
So by the time we get to the replay in March, he's playing for the opposite team and becomes the only player in NBA history to be listed. Your face is the perfect response to this story. Take me through what's going through your head.
Okay,
right now.
so he played for both teams. Which way did he go? He went from the Nets
He went
to
from
the
the
Sixers?
Nets to the Sixers.
And so they let him play for his new team in the new reality, they trade him back for the purposes of this game?
Great question. They let him play for the new team in the
that's
same
the only
game.
That's the only right way to do that.
Take me through your other option.
Okay,
I think I
because
see where you're
the
going with
other
this.
option, which is justifiable but practically a problem, is you're like, all right, well, technically in this reality that we're trying to recreate, you're on your old team.
Right.
So you got to go join your old teammates, go to the other locker room, put your jersey back on. You know, you've picked up your life, taken your wife and kids and moved them to Philadelphia. But just for now, you got to pretend like it's the old days. And by the way, don't try to lose the game, even though you're on a different team now. That's the big problem there.
Right. Unless he too is operating in the old reality and is eliminating from his head that he is now a Sixer and is back in Nets mode.
Yeah, that would require some sort of like brainwashing or like a Clockwork Orange type thing where they're like, these are your real memories. None of this actually happened. You spent the last 2 months as a New Jersey Net.
It kind of feels like a weird dream scenario.
Man, I could never be a commissioner of a sports league because if I were Larry O'Brien, when you get that protest from the Nets, you're just like, no. You know what? No.
Yeah.
You have a great case, but no, it's too hard. Life's unfair. Goodbye. Over.
Fun fact, the referee who gave the errant technical fouls was Richie Powers, who also officiated the 1976 finals between the Celtics and the Suns, which we also have an episode about. Or watch this other video if you've had enough Richie Powers.